Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The House. And this is new to Netflix, and this is an anthology of stop-motion stories, 3 of them in particular, that are brought together that focus on the same house, and over the course of time. And I'm going to talk about each of them a little bit separately because, you know, they're their own isolated stories. But you have this opening one where it's a period piece. It has all of the characters made out of felt, and they're really creepy, and how they're proportioned, their faces. And you have this desperate father who makes a deal with this man. They move into his mansion, they dismantle their old home, and all of a sudden this house is consuming them. It's ever changing. This architect is switching up how the layout of the house, and slowly the 2 parents are becoming pulled in and becoming part of the house. And you have this young girl and her younger sibling desperately trying to escape and get back home. And it is absolutely horrifying. This works better horror-wise than most horror films do. And there's something really special about the direction, the framing, how they animate all the visuals, and there's something haunting about it, and how the camera moves and makes you feel pulled in, and some of the choices to really bring to life the symbolism of this house taking over is really shocking and unnerving. And I was no expectations going into this movie, and watching this first third, I'm just like, what the hell? And then it shifts gears to a much more intense and anxiety-inducing affair where it's anthropomorphic rats who you have this this rat, trying to make this house look nicer because he's trying to sell it, and he's having this endless battle with these bugs, and then the anxiety-inducing interactions he has when everything goes wrong at the house showing. And you have these 2 rats who slowly just start staying and squatting and won't leave, and it just ratcheting up the tension. And I haven't felt uncomfortable tension like this since like the last third of Mother. And there's something that's just this ever heightening thing about it. And there's some strange choices too, because there's like a little musical tap number with these bugs, and it's just so uniquely weird and different, but it makes you feel so much. It's so engrossing and impactful. And then you have this third part where you have these anthropomorphic cats, and this landlord, the whole entire world has, like, this whole area has flooded, and there's just this house left, and she's desperately trying to hold on with her 2 tenants. And this one man who's friends with one of the tenants, he's this free-spirited kind of character who all of them are trying to help her escape this trap, the confines of this home, and be able to branch out and go and explore. And it's inspiring. It's also sad and tragic. It's a much more human story wrapped up with a bunch of cats. But there's something unique and different with each of these stories, but all expertly use their stop motion to bring such a unique and textured world to life. And you have a great cast. Like, just to throw like Matthew Goode's in this, Helena Bowman Carter, Mia Goth, Kaye, Miranda Richardson, and so many more just perfectly cast actors who are bringing a lot of personality to these characters. All the vocal performances are just pitch perfect and really capture their characters. It's rich, it's thematic and symbolic. There's a lot of things going on underneath the surface in each of these stories. It's well paced, and it just made me want more. Like, I would see more expanded, more stories from these artists in this art form, just being able to craft something so unique and haunting and interesting. And I did not expect going into this little film that this was going to be my favorite film of 2022 so far, but it is. And I highly recommend checking this out on Netflix. Not for kids though. There's F-bombs, it's terrifying, there's things going on. But those are my thoughts on the house. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.